Hello, I'm Bethany from Wellness. Thank you for joining me today. We will do a brief 30-minute yoga class designed for strength. This class might be better suited for people that want a little bit of a challenge or are a little bit into the intermediate practice or are at least comfortable making some modifications so that it's suitable for you. The items you may like to gather would be a block or a large book if you have a large book, and a yoga strap. If you don't have a strap, you can gather a scarf or a belt. And let's begin. Begin in child's pose. Sink your hips to your heels. You can draw knees wide or together and draw the forehead to the mat, stretching your arms overhead. Taking some nice deep breaths, begin to draw breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Allowing your breath to draw you in to the present moment. Feeling the breath expand in your back, in your belly. Using your inhales to draw in stillness and your exhales to let go of anything that interferes. Let busy thoughts drain out of your forehead. A couple more nice full breaths, connecting to your breathing pattern that is slow and calm and steady, similar to the pattern of an ocean wave. Inhale as you rise up, coming into tabletop. Draw wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, nice flat back, and knees are about 2 fist widths apart. Inhale, let your belly soften down, gaze up, cow pose. Exhale, tuck and round, cat pose. Gaze back to thighs, round through the shoulders. Go through your own cow-cat, linking your breath with your movement. So you should feel that connection between your breath and movement. Allow your breath to guide you through your own flow of cow and cat. Inhale as your belly softens down for cow. Exhale as you tuck and round for cat. 2 more. Last one. 1 more cow, 1 more cat. Come back to table. Inhale in the center of your table. Exhale, sway your hips to the right for side cat. Stay here with the hips swaying to the right. Gaze down. Inhale to center. Exhale, sway hips to the left, side cat. Notice here if one side felt tighter than the other. It's very common to have that imbalance or one side that's tighter than the other. Come back to center. Now go at your own pace. Sway between right and left side cat. Normally, as we're doing certain yoga moves or even as we're doing exercise moves, we try to do the same amount on each side. Here's an exception for this one. I want you to spend extra time on the side that needs it. So if you're tighter on the left side, spend a couple more breaths on that side. Try to open that space. Release some tension. Good. 1 more to the right, 1 more to the left. And come back to table. Curl your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips high. Create an inverted V. Spread your fingers wide. You should have nice contact with your palms on the mat. A little more focus of weight should be on the little pad of muscle between your thumb and pointer finger. That just helps the wrist. Shift forward, high plank. Connecting that core. Wrists are under shoulders. Drawing that core in. Maybe it helps to do a shushing sound just to make sure you're connecting that core. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, shift forward, high plank, building that strength, building some heat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts high, 3-limb dog. Exhale, pull the knee in, knee to nose, holding here. Try not to let the right foot touch the mat. Inhale, bring it back, three-limb dog. Again, exhale, knee to nose, hold here. Inhale, lengthen back. Exhale, low lunge. Pull that right foot through to the top of your mat. Right knee over right ankle. Make some adjustments here to find your alignment. And for hands here, sometimes it feels nice to have fists so that those wrists get a little break. I like to tripod my fingers so that you have those nice straight fingers supporting you. Brings a little bit of length. Rise all the way up, nice and slow. Crescent lunge, inhale as you rise. Right knee bends over the right ankle. Back heel lifts up. Arms reaching high. Feeling some heat, feeling some strength through that right leg. Exhale, airplane your arms. Hinge forward as you swing those arms back, palms down. Squeeze on your triceps, don't let them go. Keep squeezing. Inhale, reach the arms back overhead. Again, airplane the arms back, exhale. Triceps are strong, should be feeling a little more strengthening and heat. A little more maybe that heart rate rising. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, standing splits. Release your hands down, left leg lifts up behind you. Option to use a block or a book. Place your hands on the block. Keep the left leg lifted high towards hip height and flex your left foot. Gaze is down. Shiva squat. Bring that left knee to the back of your right knee and squat. Then inhale, lengthen back. 2 more. Exhale, Shiva squat. Inhale, lengthen back. Last one, Shiva squat. Lengthen back. Hold here. And slowly sink down, low lunge. Release your back knee. Exhale, half splits. Right leg stretches out in front of you. You can use a block here or a book. Placing your hands on that block. Take this nice moment for catching your breath again, getting a little stretch through the right hamstrings. Right hip dials back. You'll notice you'll get a better stretch. Right toes are up. Couple more breaths. Always connecting with breath in every pose. Release the block, shift forward, low lunge. Exhale, 3-limb dog. Right leg floats back behind you. Release it down, downward facing dog. Shift forward, high plank. Hold here. Steady breath. Drawing the core in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, inhale, high plank. Hold here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg high, 3-limb dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Draw it in and hold here. Inhale, lengthen back. Again, knee to nose, hold. Lengthen back. Exhale, low lunge. Left foot to the top of your mat. Hands frame your foot. Left knee over left ankle. Couple breaths. Using your strength, rise up, inhale, low or crescent lunge, not low lunge, crescent lunge. Holding here, gaze forward. Left knee over left ankle, right heel, the back right heel is lifting up. Should be feeling this by now. I think my heart rate's rising. Airplane your arms back behind you, hinge forward, squeeze on those triceps. Keep them strong. Pretend you're flying. Where do you want to fly today? I think I'd choose Hawaii. Let's go to Hawaii. Inhale, arms high. Again, exhale, airplane your arms back. Keep squeezing. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, standing splits. Release your hands down first. Right leg lifts back behind you. Option to use your block if you'd like. Keep that right leg lifted towards hip height. If you like more of a challenge in your standing splits, you can always bring hands to your shin. A little more challenging, you decide. Feeling a nice burn in that left glute. Shiva squat for 3. Inhale, lengthen back. Exhale, 2. Inhale, lengthen back. Last one. Exhale, lengthen back and hold. Release down, low lunge. Back knee releases, half splits. Stretch the left leg out in front of you. Find that Booker block if you'd like to place your hands on that. Left hip dials back. Remember, it always likes to peek forward there. Another option here would be you can release your hands down to the mat. A little more intense of a stretch. Or if you need more gentle, bring hands to hips. Always options, right? Just pick what works for your body. Couple more breaths. And shift forward, low lunge, back knee lifts up. Inhale, 3-limb dog. Left leg back behind you. And release, downward facing dog. Walk or hop your feet up to the top of your mat, forward fold. Exhale. You can bend your knees more if you'd like here. Give your head a nod, yes or no. Don't want to hold any tension in the head or neck. Inhale, halfway lift, draw hands to shins, flatten your back, gaze down. Bring arms to T position, rise all the way up, extended mountain. Exhale, chair pose, sit down in your chairs. Pretend there's a chair behind you. Knees can be together or apart. Make sure your feet match. Arms can be overhead, shoulder height, heart center. Sometimes I start with overhead, and when my shoulders burn out, I move to a different pose. One more breath. Bring hands to heart center. Exhale, forward fold. Soften down and release. Inhale, halfway lift. Draw hands to shins. Number 7 with your body, making a shape of a number 7. Inhale, arms out to sides. Rise all the way up, extended mountain. Draw your feet together. Exhale to chair with ankles and knees glued together. Going through a little dynamic movement with chair here. I'd like you to swing those arms back and squeeze on your triceps. Then inhale, rise up and stand. Exhale, squeeze the arms back as you sit in your chair. Inhale, rise up and stand. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale, rise. The last one. Hold here. Going down a slope. Feeling like you're skiing. Inhale, rise up. Swan dive down into a forward fold. Step feet back, high plank. Chaturanga. Chaturanga is a fancy word for yoga push-up. So we're starting in high plank. Inhale, shift forward to your tippy toes. Lower down to low plank with elbows glued to your sides. Release the tops of your feet. Press up, upward facing dog. Only thing on the mat is your palms and the tops of your feet. Curl toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. And if you'd like to skip chaturanga, that's fine. You could just go to high plank to down dog. Inhale, right leg high, 3-limb dog, low lunge, exhale. Hold that foot through. Inhale as you rise to warrior 2. Plant your back foot, rotate it first. Bring arms to T position, gaze forward. Right knee over right ankle. Check your heel arch alignment, just to be sure you have that heel looking to the arch of your back foot. Gaze forward. Inhale, rise arms up, straighten the right leg. Exhale, warrior 2. Again, inhale, rise arms up. Exhale, warrior 2. Reach forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Left arm reaches high. Nice lengthening there. Draw the left shoulder back. Should be breathing hard. I am. And from here, you have the option to take a bind. Left hand to the back of your right hip. If you want one more advancement, can take a full bind, bringing that right hand underneath your right leg and connecting it to the left hand. Steady breath. Rise back up, warrior two. Nice job. And straighten that right leg. And last time, one last warrior two. Good. Rotate, cartwheel those hands down for low lunge. Right leg steps back. Chaturanga. If you're still working on building strength, feel free to come to your knees for your chaturanga. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down, low plank. Release the tops of your feet. Rise up, upward facing dog. Curl toes, exhale. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts high, three limb dog. Exhale, low lunge. Staying here for a couple breaths. Always finding our breath in each pose. Rise up, warrior two. Find that left knee over the left ankle. Gazing forward. Checking your heel arch alignment briefly. Rotate palms. Notice how the shoulders become a little soft. That's how we want the shoulders. Inhale, rise up. Lengthen the arms up as you straighten the left leg. Exhale, warrior two. Again, inhale, rise up. Exhale, lunge into your warrior two. Reach forward first. Exhale, extended side angle. Left forearm to left thigh. Right arm lifts high. Option to take a bind. You're doing great. We'll be almost here into that relaxation time, so give it your all here towards the end. Option to take a full bind if you would like. If you choose the full bind, draw the right shoulder back. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Straighten the leg, bring the arms one more time. Exhale, warrior two. And cartwheel down to low lunge. Left leg steps back, high plank. One last chaturanga. You choose if you have it in you or if you want to go straight to down dog. Good, and then release your knees to tabletop. Let's come into some stretching. You've worked hard, you've earned it. So this is where the strap might come in handy. Actually, I'm going to scoot to the side so that you can see my feet. Shake a little bit, shimmy, find those sits bones. It's kind of hard to fit a class into 30 minutes, but I'm glad we did. Bring the strap around the feet and then just pull and sit tall. So we're sitting nice and tall. And then from here you can choose if you'd like to walk the hands down the strap a little bit and fold forward. I'm still breathing hard, you probably are too. Let's cool it down, let's connect to our breath. One more breath. Good, then slowly rise back up. Leave the strap in the right leg. Draw the right leg out. You have the option here to leave the left leg in front or to tuck that left foot into your right inner thigh. And then here we're going to just start to rotate the torso towards the right foot and begin to forward fold towards the right foot. With these straps, they're a wonderful tool. You just want to be sure that you're holding them in a way that doesn't create tension in the upper body. So sometimes if I'm really tense through the upper body to hold the strap, that's not going to benefit my upper body. So we want to make sure that the wrists are fairly neutral, fairly straight as we're holding the strap. Maybe the elbows are tucked in, or maybe it's better to reach. Just kind of tune in what feels good in your upper body as you're holding with that strap. Inhale, slowly rise up. Switch sides. The strap comes into the left foot. Bring that right foot in, or you can leave that right leg kind of out. Inhale first, then exhale as you begin to walk forward or forward fold towards the left toes. Once again, tuning in if that upper body feels any tension from holding the strap, try to make some adjustments to benefit the upper body. How do you feel? You feel good? Should feel like you got some good strength, some good heat. And inhale, slowly rise up. For the next one, we'll stretch out the glutes. So you'll want to bring the right foot outside of the left leg and hug in the right knee. The left leg is stretched out. That's one option. If that's comfortable, stay here. Make sure you're staying lifted and lengthened through the spine rather than just collapsing through the spine. I like to take it a little bit into a more of a deeper stretch. So if you would like, you can try it with me. Bring the left heel to your right glute and then bring the right leg or the right foot outside of that left thigh and hug the right leg in. So whichever one feels comfortable. You're getting a nice stretch either way. Just be sure that you're keeping that right leg hugged in. Find that breath again. I notice for me every time I change a pose, my breath changes. So it's really, really good to tune into that breath and reconnect. Couple more breaths. And then switch sides. So let's stretch both legs out, give them a little shimmy or shake. And then switching sides. So if you took the first variation, your right leg is stretched out. Left leg is hugged in this time with the left foot outside of that right thigh. If you like the other variation, bring the right heel to your left glute, sitting tall. Walk that left foot outside of the right leg, then hug the left leg in. Resist that urge to just turn into a little snowball. You want to lift up, stay lengthened through the spine as you hug that left leg in. Oh, this is one of my most favorite stretches, probably because I always need it. Gets that piriformis muscle, which is one of the glute muscles, and helps really get that psoas nerve a little calm down if you have any issues with that psoas. Good. One more breath. Then release. Shake out your legs, stretch them out a little bit here. And then let's come to lying down on the mat. Take a nice stretch, an overall stretch as you come to lying down. Just reaching overhead. Point your toes if you like a little more stretch. And hug your knees in. Give yourself a gentle hug. You can widen the knees if that feels better. Let's do a little bit of waking up the feet. Point the toes, flex the toes. Do some rolling with your ankles, just kind of going in circles. If you hear any popping, that's probably me. My toes and ankles always pop. That's okay as long as it's not uncomfortable. Good. Then release your feet down. Bring your arms to T position, which is palms down, arms stretched out. Now for our spinal twist, if you like a deeper twist, bring your feet closer together. If you like a more gentle twist, widen the feet. Either one is fine. Take a breath in, then exhale, let both legs fall to the left. Take your gaze up or to the right. Nice full breaths, enjoying that ringing out of the spine. Enjoying this cool down, enjoying settling into your stillness. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release the legs to the right, taking your spinal twist. Gazing to the opposite direction of your knees. Inhale back to center, hug your knees in one last time. Doing a little bit more waking up of your feet. And let's release down for final surrender, Shavasana pose. Finding your comfortable lying down pose. You can choose here if you'd rather have your knees bent, that's fine, bringing your feet flat on the mat. And arms can rest down by your sides, or maybe you like to have your arms on your belly. Just find a comfortable resting pose, and I would encourage you to close your eyes. I have a little chime or a little bell here that I will ring when the Shavasana time is up. So give yourself this gift of being completely relaxed on your mat for the next few minutes. Taking some nice full breaths in through your nose and out through your nose, unless your nose is stuffy, of course. Letting each breath draw you in to this present moment, drawing you into relaxation. With each exhale, let go of anything that interferes with your stillness. Let go of anything that does not benefit you. Sometimes we need to let go of those thoughts that aren't serving us. Some thoughts you may wish to revisit later. But at this time, let all the thoughts leave with each exhale. And on your next breath, imagine a wave of relaxation settling in to your mind, your body, your spirit, relaxing all the muscles in your face. Your forehead opens, your eyebrows and eyelids are soft. Your nostrils release, and your mouth and jaw neutral. Relaxation settles into your neck and shoulders as your shoulders release down into the ground. Both arms and hands filled with warmth, traveling down to the tips of your fingers. Your torso and your hips release down a little more, feeling that support of the ground beneath you. Both legs filled with relaxation, moving down to your feet, to the tips of your toes. Feeling completely relaxed in your mind, your body, your spirit, feeling at peace. Final surrender, Shavasana. Take a nice breath in as you bring awareness back. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Bring a little movement at your wrists and your ankles. You can even reach overhead if you'd like. And then roll to your right side. Taking a few breaths here on your side. And then slowly help yourself up to a comfortable seated position. I thank you so much for joining me today. The tradition in yoga is to end with the phrase Namaste, which means a teacher in me honors a teacher in you. And it was my pleasure to guide you through your practice today. Namaste. Be well.